Dad, you forgot to mention one of your brothers who we all liked very well, Uncle Harry. Will you give us a little about him, please?
Harry Wyman was born in Jefferson, Iowa, on August the 5th, 1881. He lived at home and finally came to California, and he worked in the Westwood Lumber Company outfit at Westwood, California. Was in a wreck. He got wound around he was an oiler in the plant there, and he got wound around a shaft somewhere or other, and it happened to be one of his fellow workers right close to him, and he stopped the machine or he'd have killed him. He got out of there. After he got out of the hospital, he came to my place there in Clovis, and I asked him what he was going to do, and he said he was going to Los Angeles, get on a streetcar. He went on to Los Angeles and worked on a streetcar for some time, I guess about a year. He transferred onto the police force. Worked in the police force till he retired. I forget how long he worked now, about 30 years I think it was. And he retired and was a retired policeman. And my son-in-law, Charles Phillips, is a retired fireman from Fresno. He worked, I think, about 30 years in the fire department, 32 years or something like that. And he's a retired fireman at this time, and he's now working for Jones Ambulance here in Fresno, driving ambulance. And I don't know how long he's going to work, but I know that he'll have to retire when he's 65 years old, because he can't work any longer than that. There's a law against it.
Dad, I want to know what the President Andrew Jackson, is that the one that you were supposed to be related to years ago, or your family tree somewhere? Could you explain that a little bit for us, please?
Well, from Grandmother Green, that's my mother's mother, was a niece of Andrew Jackson, President of the United States at one time. Of course, that's a long ways from me. It doesn't make any difference to me at this time. But she was born in Indiana and lived there, and that's where Jackson was from. He was from Indiana. And after she'd passed away, why, the rest of the Green family, there were 7 children of them, 3 boys and 4 girls. They've all passed away but one, the youngest child of that family, Eli Green. The last I heard from him was about a year ago, and he was 92 years old, 91 years old. He was 91 years old, and he lives in Mountain View, Missouri. That's the south part of Missouri, someplace. I don't know. I never was down there. I don't know where it's at, but it's in the south. I know it's in the Ozarks, down in the Ozark Mountains. He raised a family of 3. He had 3 daughters. They're all dead, I guess, but one. I never saw any of them. He's living now with his daughter that's alive.
This was a brief talk from my father, Edward Wyman, as much as we could remember at this time on the spur of the moment. We're having dinner at our place today, March 31st, 1957.